in a surprising downfall for leader one the world's most prestigious universities. University Pennsylvania President Liz Magill voluntarily resigned from Ivy League Schools Board on Saturday following a barrage criticism over her testimony about antisemitism. Chairman Scott Bok also resigned on Saturday. It has been a privilege to serve as president of this extraordinary institution, Magill said in a statement. It has been an honor to work with our faculty, students, staff, alumni and community members to advance Penn's vital missions. Magill will remain on Penn's faculty as a tenured professor at the Penn Carey School of Law. On behalf of the entire Penn community, I want to thank President Magill for her service to the university as president and wish her well, Bok said in a statement. Last week, after 5 hours of aggressive questioning before a congressional committee, Magill made a very unfortunate misstep consistent with that made by two university leaders sitting next to him. Following this, it became clear that his position was no longer tenable, and he and I simultaneously decided it was time for him to leave. Magill will remain interim president until a new interim leader is appointed. Despite numerous calls for Magill's resignation this week, Penn did not have a succession plan. A source told CNN, the resignation marks a sudden and surprising decline for the longtime academic. Although Magill has been under fire for months for his handling of antisemitism on campus, the final straw was his devastating testimony before Congress on Tuesday. Magill struggled to answer questions about whether calls for genocide against Jews would violate UPenn's code of conduct. He and other university presidents have not publicly said that calls for genocide against Jewish people constitute bullying and harassment on campus. The speech went viral and led business leaders, donors and politicians to demand Magill's resignation. It was time for President Magill to resign, said Vahan Gureghian, a former Penn trustee who resigned in October to protest the school's handling of a controversial Palestinian literature festival held on campus. The opportunity to show leadership was 2 months ago. Gureghian also called on Bok to resign on Saturday, saying he was where the problem ends. The resignations Magill and Bok came a day before the University of Pennsylvania's board trustees plans to meet virtually Sunday. According to two people familiar with the matter, it was unclear whether Magill's future would be discussed at that meeting. But given the flood of rebukes, it's hard to imagine Magill's future not being identified as a central focus. Bok said he was asked remain in his post to help with the presidential transition but believed now is the right time leave. Penn on Saturday night appointed Julie Platt, vice chair the University of Pennsylvania's board trustees, as interim board president. Flood of scolding, given this moment of crisis. We